Hello, I'm out for a wee end of season walk today. Do some fishing as well, I hope. Chances of a fish are not great. I hope for one or two maybe, but not big numbers, you know, or not big fish. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll know that in the last few years I've tended to start and end my season by coming over here. But I hope I'll get a couple more casts this year before I have to wrap up. However, it's been a remarkable season in that really, I don't know, I haven't done much fishing, I haven't had a lot of fish, and conditions have always seemed to be like the worst possible. I mean, today I have very little wind, and what I have is certainly easterly, I would say. So cold easterly wind, you know, which is far from ideal for trout fishing. But I'm going to go over here, make a wee cup of tea on the way, sit and have tea and a banana maybe, walk around the loch because I'll have to go to the far side, a few casts, and have a bit of a day out, and we'll see how we go. I'm running a new camera and microphone setup, so I've no idea how this will work. I'm running a new DJI Osmo Action 5 or something it's called. Could they make the names any longer, you know? So I suspect video quality will be down compared to the GoPros, but sort of usability's up. I can wirelessly connect the DJI mics direct to the camera and whatnot, and that's really handy for me, so suits my ways of working, you know. So if you've any complaints about the video quality, that's why. It's just I'm fiddling about a bit, you know. Might be no sound or no video at all. So I hope you all enjoy the day out. I certainly intend to. There's to be no rain, and it's not a bad day, you know, but we're right at the end of the season, so the fishing's pretty much over, you know. But I'll get walking a bit further and then make a cup of tea, and then I'll progress beyond that, you know. So there we go, doing a wee bit of walking, and I'm not that fit this year, so the walking's taking it out of me, but hey ho, getting old as well, you know. Oh, I can smell sheep somewhere, don't know, I can't see them, maybe they've just been in here last night. So I come up to this wee house, see, it's quite good, excellent construction. So I come in here and out the other side, just for the sake of doing it. There we go, and now we can see things. Ah, there's a sheep there. Yeah. So as you can see, there's other wee lochs up here, and they have a wee ripple on them. Gives me hope, but I'm not seeing much of excitement, mind you. So I'm going to cross the wee valley here ahead of me. See, there's another one of the wee houses, the wee sheilings there. I'm going to cross the wee valley, go up over that hill, and then the loch is sort of there. It's not very big, doesn't have many fish in it, I don't think, but that doesn't matter, because I think it's a lovely place for, you know, a day out at the end of the season like this, or even early in the season. It's quite shallow, so I think it warms up, you know, quite well. Plus the fish don't have the option, I suppose, to lie deep and just hug the bottom. They're always within a short distance of the surface, so there's always a chance of them taking a grab at your fly, you know. Well, we'll see how we go. You know, I'm very boggy here. See, off the side of the big stone, the water runs off it. Oh, there's the sheep away. Yeah, they don't like the intrusion. So I'll walk down here to the other wee sheiling, and then across the valley for my tea. That's my plan. Another buggy bit. Oh, that's very soft. Not get in there, I tell you. I'll disappear. I'll go where it's narrower. Maybe I don't need to cross it at all. Oh well, look, there's a wee track of sheep I've worn, you see. Always good to follow that if you can. Because it always makes for so much easier walking. Yeah, because the sheep just trot along. So there's the next wee house on my epic voyage. Don't know. Sphagnum cavillifolium maybe. Hummock forming species, you see. So it's usually safe to stand on it. Yeah. It's a wee bit haggy in here, but not too bad. It's worse the other side of the loch, actually. If you go out further, it gets quite nasty, but in here it's not too bad. So there we go, another wee house. What do you think? Certainly got a great view, you know. You can see up the valley and down the valley and the lochs. See, there's two wee lochs here. Although it looks like there's only one, there's actually a division between them in there. And this one sits a lot lower than this one. Again, that's probably not obvious, but it's the case. So yeah, so on out until I find a spot for tea. That's the next priority, but we'll look at the wee house first. Yes, look at that. Isn't it a great wee ceiling? Yes. I don't know the last time these were occupied. There's some further out that I know were last occupied in 1947 probably, and are in much better condition than this one. So I have to guess that this one, it was before 1947, you know. I obviously don't know how much before. And you see the way the lichens form like a map on the stone, isn't it fascinating? It's really fabulous the way they do that. Looks like a wee map or something. Incredible sort of detail and colours and different shades of brown and beige and stuff. Yeah, I think it's fabulous, you know. Not for everybody, I agree. Some people just want to catch fish. But oh, I enjoy my stuff like this. Right, let's hike somewhat further. So I think I'm going to go behind that wee sticky out bit in front of me there for my cup of tea. Looks like a place. I'm sort of walking up the burn that comes out of the loch I'm going to. So I'll follow it up to the loch because I have to walk around the loch in this wind anyhow. But I think I'll go up there. See, because this spot here looks like it'll be sheltered for my stove, maybe about here. So I'll give that a try, you know, and I can sit up there and watch the world go by while I sup tea. What's not to like about that? So I've got the cup of tea and the banana here on the go, and I put on the waterproof layer because there was a few wee spits of rain, still is, but and I thought, oh, I'll put it on because I'm going to sit in the wet ground anyhow, you know. Keeps my nether regions dry. So it seemed like a plan, didn't it? What a lovely day though, you know. Right at the back end of the season, and I mean, I've got an easterly wind and whatnot. It's not warm, it's not a good day for fishing. But it's a lovely day to be out in the hill. I love it out here at this time of year, you know, even if the fishing's hopeless. So I haven't fished for salmon one day just this year. Well, I had a few days in the spring, but the spring salmon doesn't really count. And there was one spring salmon caught for the whole island this year, just to give some perspective. You know, there just isn't a spring fishery here, it's a grilse fishery. So the fact that I hooked and lost one, or failed to hook one I suppose, really I find quite remarkable. I say that's a big achievement. That was the big fishing achievement of the year, I think. But now I'm out at trout and I'm just going to wander over the hill, and sure, you can't beat it. Isn't it fantastic? This is, I think, one of the best days out that you can ever have, is just walk up the hill, go to trout, maybe catch a few wee fish. The fish are tricky to get in here and there are not very many of them, so that adds to the sport. And then wander back down the hill again, you know. Best fishing, best sport ever. So I'm just arriving at the wee loch now, and well, it's looking well, isn't it? Yeah. It's a while since I've been out here. I came out here, actually my first cast for trout this season was out here, and I'm going to guess that, except for maybe the occasional person working at sheep, that nobody has been out here this year since me. Certainly no one will have come out to fish, I would be fairly confident. So, well, I'll go along a bit and have a cast. Might see if I can get off that wee point in front of me, just to get me started. It's quite shallow in there, but there is sometimes a wee fish. Because the fish are so wee, they tend to lie in the shallows, you know. So they don't really need a lot of water. So I'll go there and look, maybe tie on a fly. So, quick few casts just off this point. It's very shallow out here and also weedy. So I'm just going to take a few quick casts just to see if I can move anything, because the fish are wee, you know, so sometimes they lie relatively close in. Oh, like this. And then I'm going to go around the other side. So it's this one on. It's on one of John McLean's secret flies, the grass grabber. I don't know what John calls it. Come here. There we go, a very typical wee fish for here. Off he scoots. They're not big, you know, but that's the way it goes. So I have a silver goat's toe in the top, one of John McLean's leggy variants of it, and I have one of his, I'm calling him a grass grabber because we don't have a name, or at least I don't have a name for it. I'm sure John maybe does, but I think it's a it's very much a variant that he's tied up recently. And it would be a good fly for sea trout, you know, on somewhere like grass. But I just have had to invent a name for it for the purposes of the video, I suppose. Have to call it something, you know. So I'm well, pleased to get a fish so early on, you know, in these conditions. And I've got a bit of a rainbow going on. There's a few showers going about today. I think further south of us is having very heavy rain and stuff, but we have missed the rain for the whole month. I mean, basically, the whole island, certainly the rivers, are pretty much unfishable. You know, I've never seen anything like it. So, I don't know if that was a fish or I just touched the wee rock. There's rocks and stuff out there. It's very shallow. You know. Oh, didn't mean to just go. I was trying to lie along the edge of those weeds, but I didn't really mean to go right into the weeds, you know. So I've moved around the other side a bit now, and again it's very shallow in here, so I'm not sure that was a fish. And, oh well, a fish moved there, so maybe it was a fish, because I saw a wee fin come out. Well, same spot, so it must have been a rock, but I definitely saw a fish move somewhere about here. Let's see if it might not move again. This is very shallow here, you know, up this end of the loch. Not much water. So I'm still on the grass grabber and the sort of leggy silver goat toe variant. Again, I don't know if the grass grabber is actually called the grass grabber, but I don't know another name for it. So, and I believe it's a new fly. So I'm kind of not sure that there is a name for it, you know. So after the wee spits of rain I had earlier, now I've got the sun appearing to come out. I'll maybe have snow before the day's out, you know. I was hoping, oh, there was a fish moved, as you could see. I was hoping as the afternoon went on that the wind might get up a wee bit and I might get a bit of a wave. That's in part why I came around this side, and also why I've come out onto this bit of the moor in the sort of vain hope, there we go, wee fish, in the sort of vain hope that with it being quite exposed out here, I might get a wee hint of wind. Another one on the grass grabber, I would say. And again, another typical wee fish for here. They're not big fish. So that's them released, or ready to be released. And like I say, a lovely wee fish, typical for here. There's also some really nice coloured fish that you get up here with like white tips to their fins and whatnot. Don't know if there's any in my videos, but now and again you pick one up, you know. So I wandered round to this side of the loch for a quick cast before lunch. I've just hooked a wee fish. Another one on the grass grabber. At least I really must check with John that I have permission to call it a grass grabber. Oh well. Wasn't expecting that because that was only like the first cast into there, you know. So it really wasn't. I wasn't expecting to have immediate success, you know. However, another lovely wee fish, not big, but about the size they are in here. So, oh well, he's come ashore again. Go to the sea, yes. There we go. He's got a deep bit now. So, the old grass grabber has been a good choice today. It's done well for me. I think, I don't know, but I think this is the deepest part of this loch. Just the bits off here. And what I'm going to do is go over behind the rocks over there to my right. See, behind those rocks, to make some lunch. And there's an old shieling there as well. So it is hard to believe, you know, that maybe several hundred years ago, people were out here at their shielings. Certainly in the summer, you know. And you wonder if the loch produced better trout then, because I have to guess that they took a few trout out of it for their dinner and their breakfast and these things, you know. And I mean the loch, as far as I know, I'm the only person that fishes it. I can't be completely sure that the odd other person doesn't come by, but it's not somewhere that sees a lot of fishing, or that's going to see a lot of fishing, you know. And the fish aren't big, though they're nice quality wee fish. And like I said, some of them can be really yellow and fantastically marked with like white tips in their fins and everything. Really lovely fish, you know. So that in itself makes it worth a cast. But as you can see, I could do with a bit more wind. Oh, he's running towards, can't keep any pressure on him at all. Just another wee doubler, but don't know, a few wee fish now. This one's on the silver goat's toe variant. There we go, very, very tiny wee fish, but colourful enough. So I've just had a wee bite of lunch, had a few rolls, solid rolls, and they were the seeded rolls. I'm eating the seeded rolls in the hope that the seeds will fall off, and when I next come here there'll be like solid roll trees growing, you know. Be handy, save me carrying my lunch out, you know. Can just pick my lunch off these solid roll trees. Not sure if that's how it works, but we'll see. So before I made a cup of tea, I thought, I'll just have a throw here, seeing as I've finished my lunch. Just have my lunch behind here, you know. So I thought 5 or 6 casts along here wouldn't go amiss. So I had my lunch, and then I had a quick cast, and then I had an after lunch cup of tea, which I've just finished. And now I've come up here to stand on this rock again. Just because I thought, well, I had a few wee fish off here earlier, and moved a couple, so I'll have another cast here before I move along the bank. It's usually up the far end of the bank that I do better than down here. So don't know what that means, but it's just the way the wind is coming around this corner, you see? So the way the wind's coming around this corner, it's just giving me a wee wave, well, wee ripple. And as I go up the loch, I seem likely to lose that again. So I thought a few more casts here where the conditions are slightly more favourable might not go amiss. It's getting a bit dark out there. It looks like I could have a wee shower of rain again. So we'll see how that goes as well. So I'm pretty certain that was another wee grab. Felt like a wee fish nibbled at the tail of the fly, you know, like sometimes you get them. And then made a grab at it. But I would have said it was a wee tiny doubler. Just sort of there we go. Tiny wee fish. However, another wee fish. Weird, I'll let you off. There we go. Wee tiny one again. But back he goes under a rock. So that one came on the silver goat's toe. Oh, now he's flopping about a bit. So I think I'll just reel in here and move along the bank a bit, because I've had a wee bit of sport here. So I'm starting to move my way a wee bit further up the loch. I think it's quite shallow just where I'm at the minute. But my plan is just to keep boogieing along a bit. A few casts here and there, and see if I can't get another fish or two. I don't know what the chances are, but it's always worth a wee throw, you know. Well, wasn't expecting that. Lively wee fella. This one's on the silver goat's toe. Let's see. There you go, and he's trailed it through the weeds. There you go, another wee one, quite dark, this one as well. They've all been quite dark today. I don't know the way it goes. Whereas usually in here, they're like, they can be like very golden, sort of yellow, lovely colour fish, you know. So, I think I'll just throw this out here and reel it in and move along, seeing as I've had a wee fish out of here. Oh dear. So what can I say? Come up here to the top end of the loch, just for a quick cast. It's very shallow and weedy here, so I don't know. I think I'm more likely to catch the bottom than a fish, but worth just a quick last throw, you know, before I depart this loch. There's a wee beach up at the far end. I'll probably go and sit in it for a minute or two, have a biscuit or something, before I head on my way, you know. Was it a fish or was it a bit of weed? I don't know. I've changed the flies. I went for one of John McLean's Connemara blacks, the sort of bob fly tan of them he does, which is fantastic, and a Watson's Fancy on the point, again one of John's. So we'll try that, see if it makes any difference, just because the last couple of casts I've had, I haven't moved anything. And it's usually this top end of the loch that's the most productive for me. So I think there's fish up here all right, but I just wasn't moving them, so I thought I'll change flies, you know. Don't know if it's a good idea or not, but it's happened. So I'm walking along the side of the loch here, working my way back towards the car. I might have a fish on one of the wee lochs on the way back. I'll see. Otherwise I might just charge for the car, you know. But oh, what a great day out it's been so far. Fantastic day. Really great autumn day, you know. Stags roaring in the hill, a few wee fish. A bit of a walk, and lots of things to see and do. What's not to like about that? So if I stop to fish on the way back, then I may do some more video, and if I don't, then I won't. So we'll see how that goes. I'm nearly at the old shieling here. This one, I've had a lot of cups of tea in this one, I can tell you. Gone back maybe 30 years even. It's a decent wee shieling for a cup of tea, you know. Not only is it handy for the loch and a decent shieling, but you see, it's got a good view as well. Lovely view out the moor. So on the walk back to the car, I've stopped at this wee loch just for a second or two. I'll just have a wee cast or two here, and then I'll be on my way, just to break the walk pretty much, you know. The wind's a wee bit awkward here just for me, but not terrible either, you know. So not much of a wind. Well, that's part of my problem this last few days. Yeah, not so neat. Usually if this loch was going to be productive, I might have moved something by now, you know. I had a feeling in the last few years that it was improving, but of course there are people who might discover that and come up and kill every fish they catch, and then that would de-improve it again. You have to think, because it's only a small loch, you know, so it can't be a hard loch to de-improve. Well, there I'm getting a wee blink of sun even. Just to brighten things up. Get all the wee berries on the rowan tree and the wee island all shining in the sun. You probably can't see them in the GoPro, but because they're a wee way away. And these action cameras don't do well with things in the distance, but well. So I think that'll do me for today, because I have still quite a wee walk down to the car, you know, and although it's basically downhill, it requires going up and over before I can start going down, I suppose. So it'll take me a wee while to do that, you know. So hopefully there'll be a couple more videos to come, a couple more days out. It depends what the weather's like. I think the wind's to be northeasterly right till the end of the season pretty much, so I don't envisage any great results, but that'll do me for today.